West and Central Africa in general, especially in the French-speaking country, the issue around the extractive industry was a very sensitive issue. Most of these countries are resource-dependent countries. They receive up to 80% of their revenue coming from that sector. What we observed was that civil society lacked capacity to play a strong role. Based on that observation, Revenue Watch decided in 2011 to set up a knowledge hub for the Francophone country. We finally identified the Catholic University of Central Africa to be the host partner of the hub.
Notre vision pour notre centre, c'est d'arriver à intéresser toute la société civile, les parlementaires, les journalistes, les membres des médias, pour qu'ils s'intéressent véritablement à la manière dont est gérée les industries, les revenus des industries extractives.
Scholarship is provided to participants to cover almost all their expenses related to their participation, including the flight ticket, accommodation, meal, courses.
Sur les 3 années, nous avons eu 97 participants. Ces participants viennent en moyenne de 12 pays d'Afrique francophone.
Je suis de la première promotion de l'université d'été. J'ai participé à ces cours en 2011. Il s'agissait pour moi d'avoir beaucoup plus d'outils pour pouvoir lutter en faveur de la gouvernance des industries extractives dans mon pays. Mais aussi du point de vue professionnel, il fallait améliorer le contenu des produits que je propose aux citoyens. Également améliorer la qualité littéraire de mes écrits dans le secteur des industries extractives en termes de spécialisation. Et c'est en cela que j'aime bien les cours de cette université d'été parce que d'autant plus qu'il m'outille en termes de cours techniques, mais il m'outille aussi en termes de cours professionnels concernant mon métier. L'université m'utilise comme personne ressource et je suis là dans le cadre d'animation des ateliers au bénéfice des médias.
Une moyenne de 13 personnes ressources par année qui viennent de plusieurs pays d'Afrique et hors d'Afrique.
The regional experts are obviously the foundation of the course in many ways, and there's a progressive attempt to increase the expertise that's being used regionally because that is present. At the same time, the international expertise that we bring in is also quite important because we get to actually plug in what's happening in the region to what's happening in the broader context of accountability and transparency movements around the extractive sector. And the international experts bring that, the national experts bring the national context.
It's not only Cameroonians, it's not only the staff of Revenue Watch. The fact that they look for experts in the domain from other countries, both working for the public administration, working for NGOs, is really an added value.
When we do the course, we try to really start each section by thinking, how are these participants going to use this? We're talking about media and civil society members. So practical application is key, and it covers a wide spectrum, everything from basic elements of how a contract is done, which is what I specialize on, but also on financial provisions, on environmental provisions, social obligations, and transparency and accountability elements like EITI.
La première est l'atelier de montage de modules qui se fait pendant 3 jours, pendant lequel les intervenants au cours d'été construisent le programme de cours. La deuxième phase est la phase des travaux préparatoires qui se déroule pendant 3 mois.
Participants are asked to do some reading, analysis and short reports on the development of the sector in their country and the general trend. The summer school itself, it's a 2-week residential course, and in addition to presentation, there are a lot of activities like a work group, so the course is more practical. We use the comparative approach to make sure that the course is relevant to participants coming from West and Central Africa. In between the 2 weeks of course, a field trip is organized. Many actors, civil society actors and journalists are actually talking about oil and mining, but they never really see how it's work. So the field trip offered the opportunity to interact with corporates. It also offers a chance to discuss with local community and discuss the potential impact.
Et la cinquième phase est le mentoring, qui est une phase d'accompagnement technique des participants volontaires pendant 6 mois.
Le programme de mentoring qui permet donc de suivre et d'accompagner les auditeurs sur le terrain par rapport à la mise en œuvre donc, de tout ce qu'ils ont pu apprendre au moment des cours d'été et de pouvoir les accompagner à développer des projets qu'eux-mêmes ils ont initiés.
Le point fort de ce type d'enseignement, c'est le partage d'expérience. On peut voir comment les autres agissent chez eux, quels sont les problèmes qu'ils rencontrent et ça nous aide vraiment à avancer.
I think with the involvement of Revenue Watch in extractive industries issues, it has actually changed a lot. I know the discussion about extractive industries issues is now very common, even in countries where a couple of years ago it was a taboo. This is really something to be commended.
Civil society has started to engage on the monitoring of the contract, and in many French-speaking countries, civil society are the one driving the EITI process, and they are the one who have been pushing for the EITI to go beyond the transparency and look at the accountability aspect. So this is a sign that the course has been very, very successful.